Hello students, welcome to AriserTalent. I'm your faculty Arpita Sharma. Students, we are going to start a new chapter today and the name of the chapter is Linear Equation in Two Variables. This is our chapter that we are going to start, right students? So, linear, right? You're familiar with this equation. Students, I have taught you something and here it is. Polynomial. What is a polynomial? I've told you that polynomial is a term which consists of a constant and a variable. For example, let it be x and let it be y. No, let it be let it be not y, but let it be like 4. So, 4x is a term in which we are having 4 as a constant and x is a variable. Now, students, this variable, that means this x or y or z or t, can have some power. That's superpower? No, these superpower, but something like that, like cube. Okay, so in this 3 will be its power and we define it as the degree if you're having number of terms in a polynomial. So then the highest power of the polynomial will be known as the degree of that polynomial, students, right? So, I told you if you are having nothing here, like if in a term, this is what? This is a term. And what is polynomial? A series of terms. A series of term, right? Now, students, series in what manner? Term can be added and subtracted to one term and in such a format, a series can be formed or obtained. So, students, that is what we call polynomial, right? And polynomial, we are having some terms, we call it, we bifurcate it like constant and variable. Now, what is next? Then, picture comes here, it transforms into equation. It's very simple. When you just capture one polynomial and have that equal sign in it and you will have some constant value at the other side, it will convert into equation, right? Because it is having two parts and in between these two parts it will have a equal sign. Now, what equal sign shows that this part is equals to this part, that RHS equals to what? LHS. So, LHS equals to RHS. How? I am going to tell you. Now, if I talk about this 4x square, 4x square. Okay, it's cube. So, let's suppose cube. 4x cube equals to 26. Now, students, the value of x is such that if you put some value, let us suppose x equals to a is any whole number or let it be integer or can you have that rational number, just imagine this is any rational number. So, if I put a here in the place of x, this term will become 26. So, 26 equals to 26, fine. So, I am having this equal sign here. So, what does that mean? That if I am having polynomial, right, if I am having polynomial, then what I am going to do, I am just going to have this equal sign here. This is very important, equal sign, right. So, polynomial plus equal sign, right, and here can I have this 0? plus 0. So, this format will give you what? Equation. How? Just I have given you example that this is polynomial, right? Now, I can extend it to 4x square and plus 4, right, equals to 0. So, this is what? This is polynomial. I added an equal sign, then I added a 0 and what it became? An equation. So, when you put 0 and equal sign in a picture of what? In a picture of polynomial, it transforms into an equation, students, right? So, are you clear now about the equation? Now, what is linear equation? We have talked about polynomial, we have talked about monomial, right, binomial, right, and polynomial. We have also classified this trinomial, right, and then polynomial. Okay, so no big deal. This is on the basis of terms. Number of terms that one particular polynomial is having. Now what I'm doing, I'm telling you to forget these terms and I'm talking about the degree, right, on the basis of degree. If I put this degree into the picture, what will it become? If I'm saying that it's having highest degree equals to 1, or if it's having highest degree equals to 2 degree, right, and if it's having highest degree equals to 3, what will it become? If it's 1, that will become linear polynomial, right, sorry, and if I'm having this 2 as the highest degree of polynomial, it will become quadratic polynomial. Here, it will become, in the case of 3, cubic polynomial, right, students, right? Okay, so I am telling you that if I am making this equation with the help of this polynomial, so I can just I just can classify this equation. This equation I can classify on the basis of degree, right? Because basically the origin is what? Origin is polynomial. So I can have that classification here also, right or wrong, right? Now, so what can I do? I can have this linear equation, I can have this quadratic equation and cubic equation. How I can have linear equation? If the highest degree is what? 1. Highest degree of variable is 1. So, the equation will become what? Linear equation. Now, is this a linear equation? I am having 3 here, how can it be? So, it cannot be a linear equation, students. So, we will talk about linear equation only. So, can I rub this? Student, I have told you, I have taught you polynomial in very detail. Okay, students. So, if you are not getting any point of polynomial right there only, go to the previous lecture polynomial and have a look over there, revise your concepts, and here it is. Okay, so if I talk about linear equation is what? In which I am having the degree equals to 1, right? So I have just messed it. Okay, so linear equation. Linear equation. Now, linear equation is having degree equals to 1, right? So, if I am writing 4x plus, let's suppose 3x plus 27 equals to 0. Now, what will it become eventually? That will become 7x plus 27 equals to 0. Now, this is what? This is a linear equation, my dear students. Now, variable is what? Here it is x. Now, is it not possible to have more than one variable in a polynomial? Is it? Yes, I can have this polynomial as 3x square plus something 4y square plus 3x plus 4y equals to 0. right? And we have also seen like x square plus y square plus 2xy as formulas equals to x plus y. These formulas we have seen. So here we are having x variable, y variable. So number of variables 2. Students, number of variables can be more than 1 in an equation. So if I talk about this linear equation, right, and I'm just putting this x equals to y like this, okay. In particular this I just remove that term 3x and put the term 3y in this. So it will become 4x plus 3y plus 27 equals to 0. Now the variables are 2. One is x and second is y. So these are what? 2 variables. What? 2 variables. Okay students, so this is a linear equation in 2 variables. Now this is what we are going to learn. Come here, linear equation in 2 variables. Right students, so should we start? We will be having some techniques to solve these equations. Okay? Okay. So let's study. Linear equation 2 variables is statement of equality. Now equality means the equal sign of 2 algebraic expression. Whenever you don't put the equal sign, it is only an algebraic expression. As soon as you put the equal sign, the algebraic expression that means in the expression that is containing algebra, that means x, y, z, a, b, c. As soon as you put the equal sign in the statement of algebraic expression which involves one or more unknown quantities. Now what are these unknown quantities? These unknown quantities are what? Variable. So I have told you that the variable can be more than one. So here unknown quantities, one or more quantities, is known as an equation. Okay, done with the equation. If there are 2 unknowns in the quantities, as we have discussed earlier, then equation is called linear equation in 2 variables. Okay. So students, you note this definition part, right? So can we we can move forward and let's talk about the next linear equation 2 variable. Linear equation is an equation which involves linear polynomials. I have told you linear polynomials. So is this clear to you now, guys? Okay, we have discussed all these small details which is basic and which we have to know, right? Because these are our basics, so we should know it in a better way. Okay, so this is what a linear equation in an equation is an equation which involves linear polynomial, right? 2 variables, that was a value of a variable which makes. Now what is the solution? This is solution, right? This is solution of the equation. Solution of the equation. Now students, we are talking about unknown quantities. We are talking about unknown quantities, and what we call these unknown quantities, we represent as them as variables, right? We write it like x, y, z, p, q, r, s, t, and these are all variables, students. Now solution is what? If you are going to figure out something or you have to find some solution of something, then you have to figure out the thing which you don't know, which is unknown to you. So if you are finding a solution of equation, that means the unknown quantities or the variables value you have to find out, right or wrong. Understood my concept? Okay students, so if you are finding the unknown quantities, if you are finding the variable in that equation, like I have told you, like 4x plus 3y plus 18 equals to 0. In this case, if you are able to find out the value of x and y in this particular equation, then you have solved this. So Solution is what? When you find out the values of x and y here. So, it's solution, right. So, given the same, the value of variable which makes the two sides of the equation equal is called solution of the equation. Okay. Same quantities can be added, subtracted, right, 2 from both the sides of an equation, okay, without changing the equality. What does that mean? Students, you have gone to shops in your day-to-day life, right? Now, you're having there a tarazu, or what we call it, okay. So, in that balance, you're having this side, you'll be having some weight like 1 kg, 2 kg weight, 3 kg weight. Let's suppose we are having here 3 kg weight, some 1 kg weight and some 2 kg weight. So, total of 3 kg weight. Now, here you are having, you have purchased rice, 3 kg rice. So, this side will be having 3 kg rice. This side will be having 3 kg weight. Okay. So, now both the sides will be equal. Okay. Now, students, in that weighing machine, I have just named that tarazu. Tarazu is a weighing machine. Okay. So, in that weighing machine, in this side, you will be having some 3 kg weight. This side, you are having 3 kg rice. Now, what I did, I just put 1 kg, let's suppose, pulses here, some pulses that I just like. Okay, so whatever. So, I have just put 1 kg pulses here and 1 kg haldi here, turmeric, right. So, 1 kg turmeric here and 1 kg pulses here. So, now what will happen? This will go down or this will go down, or which will go up? No, nothing will happen. Okay, this will be the same because here I have put 1 kg weight, here I have put 1 kg weight. Now, what will I do? I will remove that 3 kg rice from this side and this 3 kg weights from this side. So, now what will happen? Again, that will be equal, both sides will be equal. Why? Because I have snatched something or I have subtracted something. In the first case, I have added, and in the second case, I have subtracted. So, what the meaning of all this example is that if you, because it's just like a balancing machine, students, nothing else, this equal sign, complete value this side will be equals to complete value this side. Okay, right. Okay, so I'm telling you, I'm having an equation 4x plus 6y plus 3 equals to let's suppose 3y plus 7x plus 91. Now students, if I subtract something, like I'll be just add minus 31. So, I'm basically subtracting minus 31 from this side. So, I have to just add minus 31 here also. So, I am subtracting minus 31 both sides. So, this is what subtraction of a particular number or expression or a term. Okay, what I call term. So, if I am adding the same term both sides, or if I am adding the same, because if I am adding this 2 here and also adding this 2 here. Okay, so adding and subtracting any quantity in the equations both sides simultaneously will not going to change the value. Now, this value will be equal to this value and the values of this will not be changed and value of this will not be changed. Right, students? Now, this is about subtraction and addition. Now, what I am going to do? I am going to have some equation 4x plus 71y equals to 83. Now, what will I do? I will just divide it by 2. The value will change. What I am going to do? I will divide it again with 2. Now, the equal sign comes into picture, because I have divided this complete equation by 2 and this side by 2 and again this side by 2. That means the value will not change. This is balance, so value will not change. What will I do? I'll just multiply it by 4 and again I'll be just multiplying it by 4. Again the same concept. So I can add and subtract both sides without any question. No one will going to question you why you didn't done that, because if you want to make question look more easy, right? So in that case you have to create some squares. Okay, so then in that case you will be adding something, you will be subtracting something, and in latter case you will be finding that if you are having two equations, to solve these two equations to get the values, to get the solution, you are going to subtract these equations, you are going to multiply these equations with something, with some numbers. So you just don't think too much, you can do that, right? Okay, so I can just rub this particular example because these are only just random examples. Okay, so both the sides of an equation can be multiplied, divided by the same non-zero number without changing the equality. Alright, again you can multiply, you can divide, you can subtract, you can add. It's the beauty of equation. Okay. Note: to find values of variable in any equation. This is important, student. If I am having two variables in my equation, then I have to have two equations to solve this. What does that mean? That if I am having this 4x plus 3y equals to 0 and someone is coming to me and telling me to solve this equation, I'll be saying this, are you mad or what? Can I do this with one equation given? No, I can't. You have to give me another equation for this. You have to provide me another equation for this. Right? Okay. So, if he is providing me like, okay, the second equation is what? Okay. 12x or 9y equals to 0. Then now I am going to slap that person because this is the same equation. How? Because I am just getting this equation multiplied by 3. So this is not the another equation, students. Don't confuse it with that. Okay. If now that person comes to me and will tell me, okay, here's some another equation. Okay, so now you can solve it for me. Now it can be solved. Now it can be solved if I am having two different equations, okay, and with the same two variables in it, these equation can be solved, students. Okay, agree or not? If you are not agree, I will make you agree by taking some number of examples with you. We'll practice some examples and you'll be assured that we can do this like this. To find the value of variables in any equation, we require number of equation equal to number of variables in equation. So, if you are having two variables, you have to find, you have to have two equation. If you are having three variables, you have to be have with three equation. Okay, so we are talking about linear equation, two variables. So we will be having two variables and two equations. Okay. Now journal form of pair of linear equation. Now this is the journal form. What is journal form? Like this x and y will be same. Okay. So a1x plus b1x plus c1 equals to 0. This is the format of, it's y. Okay. Now what is the condition? That a1 cannot be 0, b1 cannot be 0. a1 cannot be 0, b1 cannot be 0, then a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals to 0 is our linear equation in two variables. So, I have told you if I am going to solve this equation, I have to have the second equation also. So the second equation is nothing but a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0. So now I am having these two equations, student, a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0. These two equations I am having and I can solve these equations. a1, b1, c1, a2, c2, b2 are what? Constants here, and a1, b1 and x2, b2 are, cannot be 0. Okay, so note this, and we will be going to move forward. Okay, graph and linear equation. Now student, what is graph? You are having some x axis and y axis. Let's suppose this is your x dash axis and y dash axis. Now that will be 0. Okay, that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that will be -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. Here it is 1, 2, 3 of minus. -4, -5, -6. Here it will be this is not -2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is a 0, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in x-axis in positive. Here it will be axis is in negative. It will be the y in positive, the y-axis is negative. So students, what we are going to do, we are going to understand this graph. We will be having some fun and fun about this solution of these equations and also the graph. Okay, so we will do that, right? But for today it's enough. We will be meeting in the next lecture, students, and will understand all these things. Till then, revise and take care. Bye-bye.